What's up guys, Zach here with Attack Gaming, and today we're taking a special look at Wildstar, a highly anticipated upcoming MMORPG developed by Carbine and published by NCSoft. Over the span of the beta weekend, I had the opportunity to check out gameplay as exhibited in the first 10 or so levels of the game. Impressions in this video are not indicative of the game as a whole, nor are they indicative of the game's final state, as Wildstar is still a few months away from release as of the recording of this video. Anyway, to jump right in, Wildstar offers players a standard amount of character customization options. Character customization strides somewhere between cycling through lists of facial features and hairstyles to the total control of a game like Ion or Champions Online. You don't really have total control, but you can select customization options from several drop-down lists and further customize them with various sliders. Character customization is mostly reminiscent of Guild Wars 2, and while not groundbreaking, it's more than serviceable. Characters in Wildstar are split into two factions, the Exiles and the Dominion. The Exiles are analogous to the Rebels from Star Wars. They're an alliance made up of refugees and mercenaries. The Dominion is the evil Empire faction of the game and has ruled the galaxy for over 1,000 years. The premise behind the game deals with the discovery of Nexus, a lost planet filled with perils and riches. Two factions battle over control of the secrets contained within. Thematically, the game seems to be this strange amalgamation of World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and Ratchet & Clank. The game's graphics seem almost certainly inspired by World of Warcraft, and is probably the game that comes the closest yet to emulating Warcraft's whimsical style, but the futuristic theme and certain art assets bring the game a bit closer in appearance to StarCraft. The game doesn't take itself seriously at all, and the tongue-in-cheek nature of the game, combined with the bright colors and propensity of furry animals, has the space opera feeling more like Ratchet & Clank than Star Wars or Mass Effect. Now, this is a game that makes no apologies whatsoever at being ridiculous. In fact, it's a selling point. If the marketing wasn't enough of a clue already, just play the game and you'll realize the developers had a lot of fun making this game as kooky as possible, from the ridiculous level up notification that looks more like a logo from an 80s hair metal band, to the double kill and triple kill announced from an unnamed narrator every time you kill groups of enemies in quick succession. I feel like this is one aspect of the game you'll either love or you will hate. At the very least, I applaud Carbine for diving headlong into one direction versus the other. Even I can get a little annoyed at the number of modern MMOs that are portrayed as serious games with cartoony art styles and goofy out-of-place pop culture references. Now, having mentioned all that, gameplay is fairly standard fare for the MMO genre, with a few key conventions here and there. When you create your character, you have the option to select from a path. Paths are similar in a sense to careers in the real world. You would be quick to compare them to trade skills or crafting, but they are actually separate progression tracks, meaning that the game essentially has three tiers of progression. You have your combat level, you have your experience and trade skills, and then you have your path level. Paths level independently of your character level, and you'll complete specified tasks, again what they are depends on your path, to gain access to various abilities to further customize your character. Each area has a number of missions available for you to complete as you run across them. In my experience, I chose the soldier path, and several missions had me fighting waves of enemies, surviving until the end of a countdown timer, or on occasion blowing lots of stuff up. Combat is best described as a mixture of traditional tab target combat found in World of Warcraft and the highly mobile action-based combat of Guild Wars 2. In Wildstar, all of your abilities have an area of effect. When you attack, you'll see a cone in front of your character, and it's your job to line up that cone with the enemy to score a hit. Likewise, your enemies have cones of attack as well. Combat plays out with the player actively dodging enemy attacks while keeping the enemy within their targeting reticule so that they can do damage. Questing is largely a guided experience. There's an overarching story that guides you from area to area with side quests in between. While quest progression sees no major innovation in Wildstar, the game brings some new ideas to the table. First of all, it's the future. In the future, players don't need to return to quest NPCs after finishing every task to get a new one. You'll be contacted through your communicator to finish quests, or sometimes you'll answer calls on it to pick up new quests once you arrive in a particular area. Outside of that are bonus challenge objectives that have you doing things like killing a certain number of enemies within a certain time frame, collecting a certain number of items, or even successfully navigating a jumping puzzle. Completing these challenges nets you XP and a chance to win one of 3 items. As is standard for the genre, completing quests nets experience points, which in turn increase your character level. Wildstar doesn't stray too far from the norm here, as you're given certain abilities and are tasked with purchasing and upgrading the rest at specific NPCs scattered across towns and camps. Players can also put points into a system that in many ways resembles a skill tree, allowing them to specialize into a particular aspect of their class. The game also boasts fully customizable player housing, dungeon runs, raids, and PvP combat, which unfortunately I didn't get a chance to see during the time I spent with the game. However, I look forward to testing out more of those aspects during a future beta weekend. Check out the game's official website to learn more about it, and subscribe to our channel for more first impressions, daily gaming news, and original content.
What's up, attackers? We are here with Mike, and we are at the worldwide headquarters of Loot Crate. This is where it all happens. So, Mike, let's take a look at what you guys got going on here.
Let's do it.